Alright guys, welcome back to Adam's workshop. What we're doing today is we are looking at a Honda 6-cylinder, and we're looking for the primary and or secondary ignition. So what I have going on one coil, I'm back probed at the control wire that goes to the engine control module. Sorry about the recording, it is after midnight and has been a long day. So I'm connected, back probe at the engine control wire on that coil, and just running up over here, the other side of my lead. My ground lead is going to battery ground. As you can see, it goes over here, goes to the coil, and then it comes across here, and we are connected to channel 4 on the Micsig SA204. On channel number 3, we are connected with the Micsig Cp2100. We're connected on the Micsig Cp2100 10 amps, if you can see that. I did the auto 0, and let's see if you can see all the way over there down at the fuse box. I'll show you real quick. Down at the fuse box with our current clamp, we're connected on with a fuse buddy connected to the ignition coil fuse, which happens to be on this Accord. Wow, terrible camera. I've got my camera connected to this freaking big old tripod, and it's connected with zip ties, so I don't want to have to take it off and then put it back on. Anyway, on the bottom left there, you can see on fuse number 2, IG coil, ignition coil, 15 amp fuse, connected with the fuse buddy, going across. You can see the little control module over there, goes out that window there. All right. Next, I'm going to set you guys up here on the scope, but while you're set on the scope, I will be using Micsig's new, I wanted to do this during the day, using Micsig's new COP probe. I believe it's SA204. It's a little dirty right now. I've been messing with this for a little bit, just playing around myself. This is their new COP secondary ignition probe, secondary paddle probe, whatever you want to call it. The ground wire comes right off here. As you can see, I have it connected, I have the ground connected right here on a body ground. I do like the new Coil COP probe. It's got a good length here. You can see, if you follow this down, you can see it has a little adapter here where you can go from here straight into the scope, or if you need more length, it comes with this little BNC on BNC where you can connect it to this extension cord they give you. I've got that running up behind this little table here, and it plugs in to channel number 2. I have compared the Micsig scope already with the Pico. I have compared it with the Pico. As far as size, I'll show you. The Micsig is a little larger. I'll make another part for this video showing all this up close inside with the lights on. So for now, channel 1, I do have the Pico just so I can show you the waveform difference between the Pico COP probe and the Micsig. So channel 1 is going to be the Pico, which I do not have turned on right now. Channel 2 is the COP Micsig probe. Channel 3 is our current probe going inside. And channel 4, we're back probed at the ignition coil. So let me set y'all guys up. I'll set you guys up on here. Show you what I have going on here. Okay. Oh, I'm making a okay. So channel 2 I've got set at 100 volts. I have it secondary ignition checked. When you click secondary, it automatically goes to 10,000 attenuation, but in the description for the Micsig COP probe, it says it's attenuated at 5,000 to 1, so I'm on 5,000x, so 5,000 to 1. I do have a low pass filter on. We're on DC normal sampling rate. Here's the invert button, which is new for us with the ATO. It's right here on top. If I want to invert, I could press right there. Let's see, just show you. You can open channel 3, invert it, and as you see, it just flipped upside down. I'll press it again, and if you watch right here, alright, unverted, I guess you'd say. Okay, so the purple trace here is our current ramp that's going inside the vehicle to the fuse for the ignition coil. Channel 4, the green trace, is going to the ignition coil back probe at the ignition coil control wire. As you can see how they correlate together. Actually, what I can do might be better. I really got to get a new stand here for my phone. So what we could do is we could just overlap them. We could take channel 3 and bring it down here right on top of channel 4. We'll find adjust there. And now you can see how they correlate together. You'll see when the computer controls it to go on, your current ramp rises. Then you have your on time going across for your control wire. Computer's holding it on. When the computer decides to turn it off, it takes power away, and you can see your current drop back down. So now I'll go ahead and I'll add the ignition COP probe. Like I said, basically I'm going to be placing it right on top of the coil like I just showed you guys. So if you notice here, it doesn't look real great. So if I raise this up some, you can see we start getting a better trace, an actual secondary waveform. I don't like how squiggly this gets when I turn it up. But if I turn it down to where it's not squiggly like that, we're not getting as good of a trace there. I mean, there it is right there. There it is right there. It's just really small, so it's really small, so I want to man, I'm about to throw this little tripod stand into the street. Alright, I want that a little bigger, so I am going to turn it up. However, it is going to kind of mess up our signal a little bit. I think I already have a low pass filter. You see, if I turn it off, I get a really big spike up, and then I get a bunch of these little spikes going across. So I definitely want to turn, definitely want to turn my low pass filter on. I did mess around with the adjustment for the kilohertz and megahertz, and I think it's best right here at 30 kilohertz. So just ignore the squiggly lines. I think that one right there is a good one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, well, first off, what I want to do is I want to show you a signal. Using, now I'm gonna throw the Pico on here. I'll open up channel 1, and we'll throw the Pico on here real quick so you can see the difference. Okay, same thing. If I turn this down, we get less squigglies in the line. I'll zoom in right there. Okay, so right now the line's straight. I've also got this probe connected right next to the Micsig ground, also on a body ground, chassis ground. Okay, first of all, let's go in here. Secondary would be 5,000 low pass. Okay, same thing. Let's see. Can't get 2 volts on here. I can get 2.5. Yeah, okay. I'll try the 2.5 volts per division. Man, look how horrible that is. Okay, so I was just recording for probably 10-12 minutes before I realized my phone wasn't actually recording. Wanted to show, this is with the Micsig. I finally got a good signal. I had it paused. I wanted to take a picture and show you guys real quick. It is possible. I'll also do a quick save on that. Alright, I'm going to unpause it. I'm going to show you guys. Alright. There we go. I relocated my ground to a different bolt. Oh, what happened? I relocated my ground to a different bolt, and it's definitely given me a much better waveform. I'll make that larger. Look at that. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Zoom out some. Do a little quick save. Make a little video for my scope. And just confirm, you guys. You can see, dang it, I am using the Micsig crate. I can't tilt that. I can't get in there with it. Right on the coil. And as you see, there's the waveform. God dang it. I gotta set that down. Okay, I am taking a donation for a freaking stand for this phone. It's killing me. This is an old tripod for, I used to use hunting a long time ago. It's probably 20 plus years old. I have my phone connected with the zip tie. So anyway, back to the probe. Oh, what happened? What I want to do here is I want to turn on channel 3 and channel 4. And look, we got them all right on top of each other. That way you can see how they coexist. Look, I got all of them stacked on top of each other. Back probed at the coil with the control wire. Current clamp, Micsig Cp2100. The fuse box inside the vehicle at the ignition coil. That's the purple one, is our current ramp. The green one is our control wire coming off the coil, and the blue is our Micsig COP current our coil over plug probe. See, I could pull them off of each other. See, we'll take channel 4, or no, go channel 3. We'll bring it up. We can put it right on top and actually make that a little shorter. There we go. Now you can see them all in sync together, how they work together. Oh. Pretty neat, guys. So yes, we can get secondary ignition waveforms with our Micsig. We can get it with our new COP Micsig probe, coil over plug probe. I think it looks good. I think it looks real good. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. Tell me what you guys think. Good, bad, maybe. I'm gonna back out a little here and I'm gonna pause this just so I can stop holding it in on there. Set that aside. Yeah, so there we have it. We have our current in purple, our control in green, and our secondary in blue. I think it looks pretty good. Quick save 2, quick save 3. I think that's how it worked. Quick save 4. So you can have some reference waveforms to look back at. Do a little screenshot. Nice. So what do you guys think? I saw they posted the Micsig current probe. I saw it on Amazon today. It's the first time I've seen it for sale. And I think they were at about $139 for it. Just under 140. So that's not bad at all, guys. It comes with a case. I like the Pico, but you know, you spend almost $200 after tax on it, on the probe. I want a little more than just the, you know, cheap box that it comes in, a little case to put it in, you know. It's a lot of money. You want to keep it safe. So I'll give thumbs up to Micsig. Theirs comes with the safe, with a case. The only negative thing I have to say about the Micsig one is the ground wire. I wish was at least 1.5 meters long on the ground wire. They've got plenty on the wire, the cable that goes from the scope to the probe. But they don't have, I mean, the ground cable, as you can see, starts right here, hooks around, and right now I got it right on there. I mean, I prefer to use the ground from the battery, but I cannot connect the ground on the Micsig probe to the battery and then make it, and then be able to reach to the coils. It's just not happening. So if Micsig, if you're listening, yeah, if you can extend the ground cable, do that, and you got to definitely have a winner. I mean, you already got a winner, but you'll hit it out of the park. Extend that ground cable. Good price, nice little case, good probe, not to mention same brand as our scope. I always like that. That's why I like our current probe. Same brand as the scope, hanging there. It's kind of just hanging there, as you can see. All right, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Another video from Adam's workshop with the Micsig SA204. It's the automotive scope for Micsig, using the Micsig, I think it's SA204 Micsig coil over plug probe, and the Micsig Cp2100 current probe that I just showed you inside the vehicle. And like I said, back probed at the coil for the control wire. Alright guys, I burnt this up. It's probably 1 o'clock in the morning or after now, Friday night. So neighbors can't be too mad at me, but I think it's time to call it. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, leave some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. If you like the video, hit the little like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. Alright, we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.